It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Gumbuya World. Starting off at number 10, we're going to jump aboard Ray's Express, and with it taking you all around the park, we think it is a perfect way to start off the list. Once boarded one of the 4 carriages on this tractor ride style train attraction, you will be driven around the park's paths instead of tracks, passing many beautiful places as well as people, but most importantly for us, the ride itself. For that reason, over here on Theme Park Coasting, we love to ride this attraction at the start of the day, as even though we are not tired of walking at this point yet, we can still see all the rides that we want to ride during our day at the park. Choo choo! Are you ready for an Aussie battle like no other? Well, if so, our number 9 spot, Desert Derby, is a smashing ride for you. Quite literally, as this is the park's bumper car style ride. And despite them often being overlooked by park guests, nothing beats smashing, bashing and dashing your way around the arena. Especially if you are with some friends which arrived late to the park, meaning you couldn't get that precious first ride on Rebel. Actually, I think I would give them an extra bashing to prove your point, but no matter who you are against, just make sure to win this bumper car battle. For the number 8 position, I was a little bit stumped on what to choose. However, taking this spot is Tree Swing. Did you see what I did there? Very clever. Okay, this ride is definitely one of the best attractions at the park for the family, as not only is the backdrop amazing, but believe it or not, this tree is also fake. And on the vines there are seats which you will board and swing in pairs around the sky at 60 kilometers an hour. How cool is that? Unlike your normal swing rides too, this one doesn't raise that high into the air, so you'd be barking mad not to ride this attraction. Ding ding. It is time for our first and only roller coaster on the list, as for our number 7 spot we have Mining Race Coaster. This is no normal mining experience though, as this gold rush turns into an adrenaline rush very quickly, with you racing around for many rattly twists, turns as well as small airtime hills, so make sure to hold on tight. Unfortunately, the theming is not that great though, with the only theming around the ride being a few mud puddles on the floor. But with it also being themed towards a mine, some would argue that that's theming, but not me. However, with it being a really fun ride for all the family and another coaster credit, it is definitely worth the number 7 spot. At number 6 we have Rush Hour, and before we even start to talk about the ride experience itself, in my whole lifetime of being a coaster enthusiast, I have never seen a ride that looks anything like this, and every time that I look at this ride I am very grateful that the park has 3 toilets, if you know what I mean. If you choose to ride, get your 6 bags ready, as basically on the boarding you are on 2 heavily themed discs, which will then spin on a platform which is also spinning while tilting the disc that you are on up to 45 degrees. So yeah, you do have one crazy journey that people opposite you will know whether you have enjoyed or not. Top 5, what, or should I say wee, as we are heading on to a water slide for this spot. Now I know many people wouldn't classify this as a so-called ride, but in my eyes, this and all the other water slides that we have put on this list is so much fun, and I would feel wrong not to put them here. As far as slides go, in my eyes, Snake Tango is definitely one of the best names for a slide, but also with its various twists, drops and occasional surprises, along the layout. It is for those guests who want both thrills and enjoyment on a slide. If riding on your back is a little bit boring for you now, then I would not blame you, but you would love our number 4 spot, Red Belly Racer, because as you can probably guess by the name, not only do you head through some awesome tube sections followed by a massive drop to a finish, but you do all of this on your belly. It does not stop there though, as in addition to all of this, you go head to head against another 3 people heading down the same layout and trying to get the record time. So if you are competitive like me, this ride is worth a ride on every single visit to see who is the Red Belly Racer champion. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and coming in at number 3 position, we are going to dive into the darkness with Taipan, probably the most intense slide on park. Once boarded your 2 or 4 people dinghy, you will enter into the mouth of the Taipan and zoom, and I literally mean zoom, through the 180 meters of both indoor and outdoor tunnel sections, making anyone literally lose where they are. Therefore, if you are claustrophobic, it probably isn't best to ride. However, if you want thrills like you have never experienced before, enter the Taipan and brace yourself. Between number 2 and number 1, it was tough, and to be honest, I think it does depend whether you are a water slides fan or a ride fan, and therefore, as I am a ride fan, I decided to put Boomerango at number 2. Like Taipan, on this slide you can fit up to 4 people on your adventure through many tunnels as well as turns. Unlike Taipan, no, this ride is not as intense. However, the reason why Boomerango is at number 2 is because at the end you head down a huge drop, followed by heading up a near vertical wall, finishing off the ride with a splash. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and the best ride at the park has of course got to go to Rebel, the one attraction where pretty much a majority of guests enjoy watching more than riding it itself, and here is why. In a nutshell, you sit on a seat connected to an arm which rotates on another arm that spins you upside down like a typical gyro swing, and for the almost 3-minute duration of the ride, you will go round and round and round and round, really pushing you to your limit. As you can probably tell, this attraction is for the thrill seekers at the park, but still to this very day, a trip to Gumbuya world is not complete without a ride on Rebel. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.